Hello dear student, this is Rajwat Singh and today I am going to teach you the transport and communication of history of class 7. So dear student, we concentrate and listen carefully to this video. Let's start. First of all, we have to know about the transport and communication. What is transport? Humans have always tried to find easier way and faster means of moving goods and people from one place to another. So they always travel from one place to another. And before the wheel was discovered some 5,000 years ago, human beings carried loads themselves and moved on foot because there was no facilities of transportation. So they had to go on foot and they had to move the goods on foot. They used bark canoes and crude rafts to travel over water. Dear student, when animals began to be domesticated, they replaced humans as pack carriers and also served as the vehicles. With the discovery of wheel in the Bronze Age, transportation underwent a major revolution, and the invention of the wheel and the steam engine in the 19th century gave a great boost to transport, making it a lot faster. So dear student, the strong link between consumption and production areas aids in redistributing the benefits of development of our country. At present, all the forms of transport are easily accessible, thus serving as a means of all-round development. And there are four major forms of transportation that you know very well. First, roadways. Second, railways. Third, waterways. And the fourth, airways. So dear student, first, roadways. We will know about the roadways. How can we travel? By the roadways. Roads are often regarded as the arteries of development of our country, and they connect cities, towns and villages with the help of automobiles. Narrow country or village roads known as lanes, and they are usually known as unsurfaced or unmetalled, you can say kacha roads or mud roads, while bigger roads that connect parts of a town or city are usually surfaced or metalled, you can say pakka road. Roads in urban areas are mostly metal. A sound network of roads facilitates trade via movement of raw materials to industrial areas, to industrial towns. And finished goods to the markets, and they reach the goods to the market. Compared to other forms of transport routes have certain distinct advantages. First, they are easier and cheaper to build and maintain. Second, roads provide the door-to-door service, flexibility, and act as feeder to all other forms of transport. And the next, an extremely efficient form of transport over short distances that can be led in mountainous, hilly, and desert terrains. In spite of these advantages, roadways are less efficient in terms of quick transportation over long distance and rough terrain. Movement of bulky cargo in large quantities is also not the easiest, but large quantities, besides traffic jams, rising fuel prices, and frequent road accidents, are recurrent problems while traveling by road. So, the roadways are not so safe. So, we will see the next. Modern highways facilitate fast movement of traffic in both directions. They may vary from 6 to 8 lanes and they are known by different names in various parts of our world. So dear student, for instance, motorways in United Kingdom, autobahns in Germany, and freeways in USA. And we will talk about the second medium of transportation, railways. Starting from the coal steam engine to the sky rail and the monorail to the underground metros, rail and the monorail to the underground metros. Rail travel has made important technological development, that is called modern trains, especially those that run on diesel and electricity, travel at a high speed and can carry a lot of loads from one place to another and carry huge volume of goods. So, my dear student, railways are better than the roadways for long distance. So, railways transport people in passenger trains and the freight or goods trains carry heavy raw materials from one place to another and finished goods in bulk over long distances in a relatively shorter period of time, less period of time. And railways require high investment to build and maintain. A rugged topography poses a hindrance to developing a good railway network, and that is distributed in all over the country and all over every state. So, dear student, door-to-door connectivity is also impossible in railway network, but countries with a high population density have a dense network of railways, which runs through the breadth of the land. If we say, for example, USA, Western Europe, China, and Russia. These are the countries, they have developed a lot, and their railways are also developed from one place to another. So, dear students, certain areas which were earlier and for instance, the highest railway networks connects Jining in China to Lhasa in Tibet and lies at an altitude of 4 meter above sea level. So, dear student, we will discuss about the third medium of transportation, that is waterways. Atolls began to be gradually replaced by sail, water, power and then by steam and diesel engines. Waterways became the most important form of transport over ocean. Local passenger traffic can be found moving by the steamers, barges and boats on rivers and lakes. Huge ships, oceans, liners, isles, tankers and trawlers ply on seas and oceans. In fact, most of the world's trade is handled by waterways. Waterways are usually the cheapest and the most suitable mode of transportation for bulky raw materials and heavy commodities. Other than port and harbor maintenance, they do not require much expenditure. So, this is also the better ways, and we will discuss about the fourth type of transportation, that is airways. Dear student, presently airways carry millions of passengers every day and provide the fastest mode of transportation. Airways enable us to reach even such remote areas where at times other forms of transport are unavailable, and it takes less time. So, besides transporting people of freight from one place to another, helicopters and aircrafts also help in times of natural calamities such as earthquakes and floods. These are especially important for defense purposes. So, dear student, this is enough for today. We will meet in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.